Good morning. This is H coming at you with another Inventor 2023 SolidWorks education lesson tutorial demonstration help. And this is going to be covering lessons 23 and 24 on this packet. So let's jump right in. So if we're looking at lesson 23 here, lesson 23 is again a stair step effect, right? So this is important because we've covered this and talked about this in other videos that are in this series about this packet and other part files we have done. And it is because our top view is our go-to when you have a part file that's like this, that's just multiple levels of extruding at different heights with different profile shapes. So this top view is what we are going to be using to create this part, and then we'll extrude it step by step as we go up that kind of stair step effect. So let's get that drawing over there on my other screen. Let's open up Inventor here, get to a part file. We're creating a sketch on the top plane, and we're just going to make a 2-point center rectangle here. That's the size we need. It's going to be 50 millimeters by 40 millimeters. Very small. Let's zoom in on this and make sure that this is viewable. Okay, so there's our rectangle, our outside perimeter. Now we just need to draw in some lines to break this up into the smaller pieces of the profiles that are in here. So we got a line coming from this corner down. So we'll do that now. Then we also have a line coming from like the midpoint down to here. So we'll do that line as well. And dimension from this point to this edge, this is 10, which means from this point to this point here, this is 20. So that's easy enough. And now we have a line that's going to be starting from the midpoint again, coming this direction here. And it looks like it's just coming 20 millimeters over. So let's just do that, 20 millimeters over. And then it comes down at an angle similarly like that. So let's verify what we got here. So yeah, we need the dimension from this point to this point we're given is 10, which makes sense. That's where we need it to be. I think that's it. Let's just move this out of the way. Let's verify profile count here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 profiles. So that is accurate. That is correct according to what was given to us in the top of the drawing. So a lot of lines, but we can make sure we dimension them correctly. That way we have a fully constrained sketch and all the profiles are going to be the right size when we extrude them. So let's finish the sketch and extrude these. So we'll start with the big guy first, since he's just big and at the back, kind of like away from us here. So this extrusion for him, this is 40. It's the tallest piece here. And then we'll hit the plus sign. Then the next two are here and here. These are 30. So they're a step down. And then we'll hit the plus sign. And then this next step here, that's 20. Another step down, and we'll hit the plus sign. And then this small one here, this is 10. And we'll hit enter on the keyboard. And that right there is lesson 23. Very simple. If you start from the top, do your profiles, and then extrude each of those profile sections, those different heights of material, and get the extrusion done, and you're good. Okay, so let's look now at lesson 24. Lesson 24 is a bit of a throwback, a bit of a kind of going back to the lofting tool. So this one we're going to loft. We're going to start by making a block of material and loft cut downwards these two triangle shapes to the midpoint that is here. There was one similar to this back in like the teen numbers, like 17 or 18, something like that, that was very similar to this, where it was cutting like down to a point. So we're going to use the same idea that was used there, and loft cut this downwards. So let's do that. Let's move this over here off screen, and we'll make our part file. We'll start our sketch. We'll start at the top. It really doesn't matter here, but we're going to start at the top. And our rectangle shape here we need is going to be 50 length, 40 width. and then it's going to be extruded 40 tall. And this just gives us the basis of the block of material that we're going to need in order to make this part. Because now we're going to be drawing on the top surface and loft cutting down. So let's start my drawing. Again, remember with loft, you always just want to only include what is necessary to make the loft, right? So here I'm just drawing one triangle. There it is. And I'm going to dimension this the right way. I'm going to make sure that we got all the dimensions in here. 40, and then we're given this is 20 is there. And what else? Oh, 30. We're given 30 from this point to this edge here. This is 30, and that should be fully constrained, and it is. So this sketch of this triangle is all we need for this first loft, right? We want to make sure that we only include what we need to loft just to make it easier on ourselves as far as clicking the right thing. Now we'll start a sketch here on this surface, and here we just need a point, and we need a point right at the middle, right there. So this point is 20 millimeters from the base, right here. So here you can see there it is. It's 20, and we have our point. So now we can loft using the lofting tool, lofting sketch 2 to sketch 3, the point of sketch 3. So click the point, and then change it to cutting. And there we go. So that's one section of this loft cut being done. Now we just have to repeat that process for the other triangle that was at the top. So I'm going to start my sketch here at the top again. I'm going to make my line tool, this point here to somewhere on this edge. And then we'll have to draw down to this corner here and then back up to this point there. And we'll just make sure we'll delete that. We'll make sure we got a line for every edge, which it looks like we do. So line, line, line. Yep, we're good. Okay, so now we just got to make sure we dimension these as well. This is 30, and it's fully constrained because we use this edge that was already cut and these 2 points to do that. So we have a fully constrained triangle already. We're looking good. Now, a shortcut here is to use the same sketch 3 point that we used on loft 1 with the loft 2 that we're about to do, right? So again, remember, when sketches are used by features like lofting, revolving, extruding, sweeping, whatever, they are consumed, the sketches are consumed by the feature, right? So we have to reveal that. We have to show that and see that by clicking on this plus sign in the browser menu, in the model window here, model browser, and we go to sketch 3 so we can actually see it. Then we have sketch 4 here. So if we go to loft, and we select sketch 4, then we select sketch 3, but we want to make sure for sketch 3, let's click to add sketch 3, but we're clicking the point. It's not letting me do it here, sketch 3. Oh, we might have to draw it in there again. Oh, no, it worked. It did it. We just got to make sure we're on cut mode. There it is. We got it. Sketch 3, got that point. We're good. That was a bit iffy there because of it being consumed and maybe some issues with the sketch. Yeah, those lines probably were interfering or messing up my vision of it for sure. But we selected that point, and we got that point. And so this loft of this triangle goes down to here. You could always redraw it, right? The same thing we did for sketch 3. You could make another sketch here, put a point there, and make an additional sketch and use that if it's not working for you to select the proper point from sketch 3 and reuse it. Okay, so if you're having issues with selecting that point of sketch 3 and getting it to loft to and using that same point again, follow the steps for when we created that first sketch 3 and getting that point drawn, and you can use that point, use another sketch to loft this the second triangle down. Okay, so that was the Inventor lessons for 23 and 24. I hope you're doing well. You all have a great day.